Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. Hold on. Did we just catch one of China's biggest drama queens on a secret date? What started as a quiet night at a private restaurant is now setting the internet on fire. Could Zhao Lusi, beloved for her charm, innocence, and on-screen chemistry, finally be in love off-screen? This might be the first real clue, and fans across the globe are connecting the dots. Stay with us because this gets seriously interesting. In the muted glow of Shanghai's late-night streetlights, a brief 40-second clip cracked the calm and reignited curiosity about Zhao Lusi's fiercely protected personal life. A security camera facing the rear entrance of an exclusive, reservation-only restaurant captured an unfamiliar man stepping from a black SUV, dressed entirely in winter white. His movements were deliberate. Instead of hiding in darkness, he almost shone beneath every passing neon reflection, then slipped through a discreet wooden door and vanished. 8 minutes later, a second figure appeared, small and hooded, cap pulled so low it threatened to eclipse her face. Yet anyone who has followed mainland drama these last 5 years would recognize the gait at once. Quick, feather-light steps, a slight lift of the shoulders when she glanced sideways, a polite half-nod to an unseen staff member before crossing the threshold. It was Zhao Lusi, stripped of studio lighting and red carpet choreography, moving like any 20-something intent on keeping Friday night plans off the record. What elevated the scene from routine to riveting was what it implied rather than what it showed. No entourage materialized, no studio aide hurried forward, no other diners cluttered the doorway. Only 2 arrivals from separate vehicles and 1 silent room beyond. For fans accustomed to carefully orchestrated press releases, the raw immediacy felt almost intimate, a candid tableau of possibility. Within hours, the footage rippled across social platforms in multiple languages, each replay tightening the knot of anticipation. Was this merely a late supper between colleagues, or the first unguarded glimpse of something deeply personal? In that sliver of grainy video, the boundary between public persona and private heart flickered, inviting millions to lean closer and decide for themselves. Outside, traffic rolled past unaware, yet those few pixels set comment sections ablaze. Editors clipped stills. Lip readers searched for greetings while body language gurus debated shoulder angles. The silence of both parties, neither agency has issued a denial, has turned conjecture into collective storytelling, each viewer layering hopes and cultural expectations onto a single hush of night. What lingered after the restaurant sighting was not the muted video itself but the constellation of details that surfaced in its wake, each one slipping under the spotlight like a puzzle piece begging to be placed. The most tantalizing fragment emerged from a dimly lit photograph rumored to have leaked from Zhao Lusi's tightly curated Weibo Moments feed. In it, she sits at a polished elm table, half smiling at something outside the frame, her wrist angled just enough to reveal a slender bangle of brushed silver threaded with a single obsidian bead. At first glance, it seemed an elegant afterthought, the kind of minimalist accessory any stylist might recommend. Yet within minutes, high-resolution screenshots began circulating among fan forums in Seoul, Bangkok, Los Angeles, and Paris, cross-referenced against another image, this one of the unidentified man, captured a month earlier leaving a contemporary art gallery near Xintiandi. On his hand, an identical bracelet, same metallic sheen, same jet black bead in precisely the same place. Jewelry insiders weighed in, noting that the piece did not match any retail catalog and was almost certainly a private commission. To commission matching wearables is no small gesture in China's celebrity ecosystem, where even the faintest echo of coupledom can tilt public sentiment overnight. Thus the bracelet became less an adornment than a whispered declaration, hinting at shared intention, shared taste, perhaps even a timeline stretching back well before the restaurant rendezvous. Fans, armed with time-stamped uploads, traced the pattern further. The bead caught the city's pale winter sunlight in a backstage selfie from Lucy's drama rap party, and again in a candid airport shot of the mystery man 2 weeks later. The more the pattern held, the deeper the collective conviction grew. Yet it was not only the jewelry that electrified the search but what it represented. A rare breach in the impeccable wall separating Lucy's public grace from her private quiet. People projected their own longings onto that one dark bead, reading companionship into its shimmer, imagining all the silent gestures that might have preceded a matching commission. With no official comment forthcoming, speculation morphed into a kind of collaborative myth-making. Fans mapped airport lounges, compared cardigan colors, and scoured interview transcripts for otherwise forgettable pauses. In these tiny coincidences, they discovered narrative possibilities that felt truer than any press release. In a blinking second, two discrete lives might have aligned, leaving a trace of intimacy small enough to miss, unless, of course, you cared to look. Mystery invites invention, and almost overnight the unknown man from the dim Shanghai doorway became a blank canvas for competing stories. Some fans, wedded to the on-screen magic of Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei, argue that no amount of tight security can conceal the energy two actors have carried from set to real life. Their evidence is sensory rather than concrete. The way she once laughed off-script during a promotional livestream, the unguarded softness in his voice when an interviewer mentioned her name, a shared fondness for Sichuan noodle stalls documented in separate vlogs months apart. In the eyes of these supporters, the restaurant footage merely confirms what the chemistry had foreshadowed, an inevitability waiting for the right low-lit corner to surface. A second camp points instead to Wang On-yu, citing subtler, slower clues. They recall a charity gala in Shenzhen where Lucy, resplendent in silver chiffon, lingered just a heartbeat longer beside Wang as applause faded, her posture angled towards him as though the crowd had receded. They note that Wang's recent social posts feature abstract sketches of mountain paths, followed hours later by Lucy's caption about silence feeling full. The pair share a history of early morning hikes, of trading book recommendations in the comments section, and, according to a well-liked thread on Dubon, of swapping vinyl records at a hidden shop near Yiyuan Road. For these watchers, the matching bracelets are a deliberate nod, a private joke turned public breadcrumb. Yet a quieter theory gains momentum among industry insiders who whisper of an entrepreneur far removed from studio spotlights. He is said to restore antique frames for contemporary painters, to collect first editions of Tang poetry, to have met Lucy at a friend's rooftop screening of classic cinema. Screenshots of mutual follows on a small audience art account are circulated as proof. Observers describe her recent glow not as the thrill of being adored by another celebrity, but as the peace of having slipped beyond a lens that always knows her angles. They imagine late-night gallery visits, coffee brewed over slow jazz, conversations unpressured by ratings or box office targets. Each narrative reveals more about the storytellers than their subject. The romantic longing projected onto beloved co-stars, the yearning for intellectual partnership, the desire to see a star loved quietly rather than consumed by spectacle. Until a name is spoken aloud, the restaurant doorway remains an open stage, and every theory, fanciful or grounded, keeps hope alive that somewhere behind the scenes a genuine connection has begun to breathe. Across the internet's restless grid, the restaurant clip did more than spark idle chatter. It stretched an invisible thread through languages, time zones, and personal histories, tugging at millions who had, in one way or another, invested pieces of themselves in Zhao Lusi's unfolding story. On TikTok, creators stitched slow-motion replays to softly singing ballads, their captions an outpouring of delight. They praised the glow in her unpainted face, imagined that the calm she carried into the doorway must signal genuine contentment. In these corners of the fandom, happiness for her felt personal, almost emancipatory, proof that a woman whose career had delivered so much on-screen joy might finally be receiving a quieter, real-world version in return. Just as fervent, though shaded with melancholy, were the voices mourning an imagined future that now seemed threatened. The self-styled shippers who had devoted months editing dreamlike montages of Lucy, with their preferred co-star, woke to the possibility that the narrative they cherished might forever remain fiction. They confessed in comment threads that they were happy but hurting, a simultaneous celebration and letting go that left many surprised by their own emotional weight. A third chorus arrived from the more analytical observers who treat celebrity culture as a living text. They dissected posture, lighting, micro-expressions, contrasting this sighting with her previous public appearances. Some argued that Lucy's half-smile, subtle yet distinct, was the type that surfaces only in the presence of someone who sees you without expectation. Others countered that the smile betrayed the thrill of secrecy rather than settled affection, that the bracelet and the doorway were simply performance on a different stage. Their lengthy essays wove psychological theories with cultural critique, suggesting that the collective reaction itself, this swirling mixture of excitement, protectiveness, and latent envy, revealed how profoundly audiences blur art and reality. Meanwhile, under every viral post, quiet comments accumulated from viewers far removed from fan wars. They spoke of their own lives. A grandmother in Manila recalling how her first romance also began in hushed late-night cafes. A student in Montreal admitting the footage made him brave enough to confess feelings to a friend. In such confessions, the story transcended gossip, becoming a shared reflection on desire, privacy, and the fragile hope that love can survive even the brightest spotlight. For years, Zhao Lusi has kept her romantic life a mystery. No confirmations, no scandals, just rumors, and flawless drama roles. But now something's changed. She seems glowing, more relaxed. Even the paparazzi footage shows a softer, realer side of her. Could this be her real-life happy ending beginning to unfold? Or will she continue keeping her love hidden from the public eye? So what do you think? Is Zhao Lusi really dating the man from the restaurant? Is this love finally going public? Or just another beautiful mystery? Speech balloon, drop your thoughts in the comments, we read them all. Pushpin, and if you want to be the first to catch every celebrity twist, hidden clue, and real-life love story, backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell for notifications. Movie camera, this is Update X24H, bringing you the stories behind the smiles, the clues behind the cameras, and the truth behind the trending. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next update. Yellow heart.